Good evening, and welcome to JCA's debut production, William Shakespeare's Macbeth. At this time, we'd like you to take out your mobile device and silence it. We wouldn't want any witches cursing you or ghosts haunting you. Also, make sure to keep your arms and legs out of the aisles at all times, as actors will be using them to make entrances and exits. Also, flash photography is strictly prohibited, as it will blind our actors. At this time, we'd like to thank our sponsors, Kids Play Inc., Agape Theater Company, Monty's Pizza, and the Mac Corporation. Now, without further ado, sit back, relax, and enjoy JCA's production of William Shakespeare's Macbeth.
When shall we three meet again? In thunder, lightning, or in rain?
When the hurly-burly is done, when the battle's lost and won,
That will be ere the set of sun, where the play
upon the heath,
there to meet with Macbeth.
fair is foul and foul is fair, through the fog and fill the air.
What bloody man is that? He can report, as seemeth by his plight, of the revolt the newest state.
This is the sergeant, who like a good and hardy soldier fought bravely against my captivity. Hail, brave friend, and report to the king the knowledge of the royal as thou did leave it.
Doubtful it stood, as two spent swimmers that cling together and choke their arms. The merciless MacDonald, worthy of the rebel, for to that the multiplying myriads of nature, too small upon him. From the western isles, of currents and gallant vessels is supplied. And fortune of his damned poor smiling showed like a rebel's horde. The brave Macbeth, well he deserves that name, disdaining fortune with his brandished steel, which smote with bloody execution, carved out his passage till he faced the slave, which ne'er shall pass, nor bade farewell to him, till he unseated him from the nave to the tax, and fixed his head on our balance.
Oh, valiant cousin, worthy gentleman.
As the sun begins his reflection, shipwreck in storms and direful thunders break. From whence that comfort seems to come, discomfort swells. Mark, King of Scotland, mark. No sooner had justice with valor armed compelled these skipping currents to trust their heels, but the Norwegian lord, surveying vantage with furbished arms and new supply of men, began a fresh assault.
Dismayed not this our captains, Macbeth and Banquo.
Yes, as sparrows, eagles, or hare the lion. If I say sooth, I must report they were as cannons overcharged with double cracks, so they redoubled strokes upon the foe, or else they meant to bathe in reeking wounds or memorize another Golgotha. I cannot tell, but I am faint. My gashes cry for help.
So well thy words become thee as thy wounds. They smack of honor both. Go, get him surgeons. Who comes here?
My worthy Thane of Ross! Such a light shined from his eyes that he should seem to speak things strange.
God save King.
Whence camest thou, worthy Thane?
From Fife, great King. The Norwegian banners flout the sky and fan our people cold. Norway himself, assisted by terrible numbers, with the most disloyal traitor, the Thane of Cawdor, began a dismal conflict, till that Bellona's bridegroom lacked in proof, confronted him with self-comparisons, point against point rebellious, arm against arm, curbing his lavish spirit, and to conclude, the victory fell to us.
Great happiness!
That now swallow, the Norway's king, craves composition, nor would we deign him the burial of his men till he dispersed at St. Combs Inch $10,000 to our general use.
No more that Thane of Cawdor shall deceive our bosom interest. Go now, pronounce his present death, and with his former title, greet Macbeth.
I'll see it done.
What he hath lost, noble Macbeth hath won.
Chestnuts in her lap, and munched. Give me, quoth I, right thee, which throat fair Runyon cries. Her husband's to Aleppo gone, master of the tiger. But in a sea I'll thither sail, and like a rat without its tail, I'll do it.
I'll give thee a wind,
Thou art kind.
and I another. A drum, MACBETH.com.
So foul and fair a day I have not seen. How far is called the forays?
What are these that look not like the inhabitants of the earth and yet are on it? Live you? Or are you what that man may question?
Speak, if you can, but
All hail, Macbeth! Hail to thee, Thane of Glamis!
All hail, Macbeth. Hail to thee, Thane of Cawdor. All hail, Macbeth. Thou shalt be king hereafter.
Good sir, why do you start and seem to fear things that do sound so fair?
by Sin's death I know I am Thane of Glamis. But how of Cawdor, the Thane of Cawdor lives a prosperous gentleman, and the big king stands not within the prospect of belief, no more than the big Cawdor.
Hail, hail, hail.
My noble partner, you greet with present grace and great prediction of noble haven and of royal hope, that he seems rapt withal. To me you speak not. If you can, look into the seeds of time and say which grain will grow and which will not. Speak then to me, who neither beg nor fear your favors, nor your hate.
Lesser than Macbeth. Greater!
Not so happy, yet much happier. Thou shalt get kings, though thou be none. So all hail, Macbeth and Banquo.
Banquo and Macbeth, all hail.
Say from whence you have this strange intelligence, and why upon this blasted heath you stop our way with such prophetic greeting. Speak, I charge you.
Whither they vanish?
Into the air. Would they have stayed?
Were such things here as we do speak about? Or have we eaten on the insane root that takes the reason prisoner?
Your children shall be kings.
Oh, you shall be king.
And Thane of Cawdor, too. When take not, sir?
To the self-same tune and words. Who's here?
The king hath happily received, Macbeth, the news of thy success. As thick as hail came post with post, and everyone did bear thy praises in his kingdom's great defense. I am sent from our royal master to give thee thanks. And for an earnest of a greater honor, he bade me from him call thee Thane of Cawdor. In which addition, hail, most worthy Thane, for it is thine.
Can the devil speak true?
The Thane of Cawdor lives. Why do you trust me in borrowed robes?
Now, who was the Thane lives yet, but under heavy judgment does he bear that life which he deserves to lose. But if he did line the rebel, and treason's capital confessed and proved, had overthrown him.
Right. And Thane of Cawdor. The greatest is behind. Thanks for your thanks. Do you not hope that your children shall be kings? When they that gave the Thane of Cawdor to me promised no less to them.
That trusted home might yet enkindle you unto the crown, besides the Thane of Cawdor. But 'tis strange, and oftentimes to win us to our harm. The instruments of darkness tell us truths, win us with honest trifles, to betray us in deepest consequence. Cousin, a word, I pray you.
This supernatural silly thing cannot be ill. Cannot be good. If ill, why have you given me earnest of success, commencing in a truth? I am Thane of Cawdor. If good, why do I yield to that suggestion whose horrid image doth unfix my head and make my seated heart knock at my ribs against the use of nature? Present fears are less than horrible imaginings. My thought whose murder yet is but fantastical. Shakes so my very state of mind that function is smothered in surmise. And nothing is, but what is not.
Look, our plan is wrapped.
Come what? Come there. Time and the hour runs through the roughest day.
Worthy Macbeth, we stay upon your leisure.
Give me your pardon, my dull brain was wrought with things forgotten. Kind gentlemen, your pains are registered where every day I turn the leaf to read them. Let's toward the king.
Why, how now, Higgins? You look angry.
Have I not reason? Bedlams as you are, saucy and overbold. How did you dare to trade and traffic with Macbeth in riddles and affairs of death? And I, mistress of your charms, the close contriver of all harms, was never called to bear my part, or show the glory of our art. And worse, all you have done hath been but for a wayward son, spiteful and wrathful, who, as others do, loves for his own ends, but not for you, but to make amends now. Go about, thrice to thine, and thrice to mine, and thrice again to make our thine peace. The charms wound up.
Is execution done on Cawdor? Are not those in commission yet returned?
My liege, they are not yet come back. But I have spoke with one who saw him die, who did report quite frankly, he confessed his treasons, implored your highness pardon, and said for deep repentance. Nothing in his life became him like believing it did, as one who had been stunned in debt, to throw away the dearest thing he owed, as for a careless trifle.
There's no art to find the mind's construction in the face. He was a gentleman, on whom I built an absolute trust. Worthiest cousin! The sin of my ingratitude even now was heavy on me. Thou art so far before that swiftest wing of recompense is slow to overtake thee. Would thou hadst less deserved that the proportion both of thanks and payment might have been mine. Only I have left to say, more is thy due than more than all can pay.
The service and the loyalty I owe in doing it pays itself. Your Highness promised to receive our duties, and our duties are to your throne, state, children, and servants.
I have begun to plant thee, and will labor to make thee full of growing. Noble Banquo, that hast no less deserved, nor must be known no less to have done so. Let me enfold thee and hold thee to my heart.
There, if I grow, the harvest is your own.
My plenteous joys, wanton in fullness, seek to hide themselves in drops of sorrow. Sons, kinsmen, thanes, and you whose places are the nearest, know we will establish our estate upon our Malcolm, whom we name hereafter the Prince of Cumberland. But signs of nobleness, like stars, shall shine on all deservers.
The Prince of Cumberland. That is a step which I must fall down, or else or leap. For in my way it lies.
Worthiest Cawdor, from hence to Inverness, and bind us further to you.
I shall make joyful the hearing of my wife with your approach. So humbly take my leave. Stars, hide your fires. Let not light see my black and deep desires.
He is so full valiant, and in his commendations I am fed. It is a banquet to me. Come, let's after him, whose care has gone before to bid us welcome. It is a peerless kinsman.
They met me in the day of success, and I have learned by the perfectest report, they have more in them than mortal knowledge. When I burned in desire to question them further, they made themselves air into which they vanished. Whilst I stood wrapped in the wonder of it, came missives from the king, which all hailed me Thane of Cawdor, by which title before these weird sisters had saluted me, and referred me to the coming on of time. Hail, King that shalt be. This have I not good to deliver thee, my dearest partner of greatness, that thou mightst not lose the dues of rejoicing by being ignorant of what greatness is promised thee. Lay it to thy heart, and farewell. Cleanse thou art, and Cawdor shalt be what thou art promised. Do I fear thy nature, that is too full of the milk of human kindness to catch the nearest way? Oh, hie thee hither, that I might pour my spirits in thine ear, and chastise thee with the valor of my tongue all that impedes thee from the golden round, which fate and metaphysical aid doth seem to have thee crowned withal. Satan! Dost thou bear tidings?
The king comes here tonight.
Thou art bad to say it. Is not Macbeth with him?
So please you, it is true. Our Thane is coming. I have his greeting.
Give him pending. He brings great news. The raven himself is hoarse, which croaks the fatal entrance of Duncan under my battlements. Come, you spirits, which tend on mortal thoughts, unsex me here and fill me from the crown to the toe, top full of direst cruelty. Make thick my blood, stop up the access and passages to remorse, that no compunctious visitings of nature shake my fell purpose, nor keep peace between the effect and it. Come to my woman's breasts and take my milk for gall, you murdering ministers, wherever in your sightless substances, and pull thee in the dunnest smoke of hell, that my keen knife see not the wound it makes, to cry, hold, hold. Great gloves, worthy Cawdor, greater than both, and by me all hail hereafter.
My dearest love.
Thy letters have transported me beyond this ignorant present, and I feel now the future in an instant.
Duncan comes here tonight.
And when goes hence?
Tomorrow, as he purposes.
Never shall sun that morrow see. Your face, my Thane, is as a book where men may read strange matters. To beguile the time, look like the time, bear welcome in your eye, your hand, your tongue. Look like the innocent flower, but be the serpent under it. He that's coming must be provided for, and you shall put this night's great business into my dispatch. Only look up clear. To alter favor ever is to fear. Leave all the rest to me.
This castle hath a pleasant seat. The air nimbly and sweetly recommends itself unto our gentle senses. This guest of summer the temple-haunting martlet does approve. Where this bird hath made his pendant bed and procreant cradle, where they most breed and haunt, I have observed, the air is delicate. See our honored hostess. We are your guests tonight.
All our service, in every point, twice done and then done double. Your Majesty loads our house, for those of old and the late dignities heaped up to them. We rest your hermits.
Where is Macbeth? We coursed him at the heels and had a purpose to be his purveyor, but he rides well, and his great love, sharp as his spur, hath led him to his home before us.
Your servants ever have theirs themselves, and what is theirs in common? To make their audit at your highness's pleasure, still to return your own.
Come, give me thy hand, conduct me to mine host. We love him highly and will continue our graces towards him. By your leave, hostess.
What are these? So withered and so wild in their attire.
These are a crew of wretched souls that stay the king's cure. Their malady convinces the great to save art, but at his touch, such sanctity hath heaven given his hand, that they presently amend.
What's the disease you mean?
It is called the evil. But such a miraculous work in this good king, how he solicits heaven himself best knows, and strangely visited people, all swollen and ulcerous, pitiful to the eye. The mere despair of surgery, he cures. And to his succeeding royalty, he leaves a healing benediction.
This Duncan hath borne his faculties so meek, hath been so clear in his great office, that his virtues will plead like angels, trumpet-tongued against the deep damnation of his taking off. If it were done, when 'tis done, why then 'twere well it were done quickly. If the assassination could trouble up the consequence and catch with his surcease success, why then this blow may be the be-all and the end-all here. But here, upon this bank and shoal of time, will jump the life to come. He's here in double trust. First, as I am his kinsman and his subject strong, both against the deep. Then, as his host, who should against his murderer shut the door, not bear the knife myself. Hello, good news.
Why have you left the chamber?
Have you asked for me?
No, you naughty house.
We shall proceed no further in this business. He hath honored me of late, and I have bought golden opinions from all sorts of people, that should be worn now and then to his cloths, not cast aside so soon.
Was the hope drunk where you dressed yourself? Wakes it now to look so green and pale as what it did so freely? To such time as I count thy love, art thou afeared to be the same in thine own act and valor as thou art in desire?
I pray thee peace. I dare do all that may become a man. Who dares do more is none.
What beast was it then that made you break this enterprise to me? When you durst do it, then you were a man, and to be more than what you were, you would be so much more the man. I have given suck, and know how tender it is to love the babe that milks me. I would, while it was smiling in my face, have plucked my nipple from his boneless gums and dashed the brains out, had I so sworn as you have done to this.
If we should fail,
we fail. But screw your courage to the sticking place, and will not fail. When Duncan is asleep, whereto his hard day's journey soundly invite him, his 2 chamberlains will I with wine and wassail so convince that memory, that water of the brain shall be a fume, the receipt of reason a limbeck only. When in swinish sleep their drenched natures lies in a death, what cannot you and I perform against the unguarded Duncan? What not put upon his spongy officers, who shall bear the guilt of our great quell?
Bring forth men children only, for thy undaunted measure should compose nothing but males. Shall it not be received when we have marked with blood those sleepy 2 of his own chamber, and use their very daggers, that they have done it?
Who dares receive it other, as we shall make our griefs and clamor roar upon his death?
I am settled, and bent up each corporal agent to this terrible feat. Away, and mock the time with fairest show. False face must hide, but the false heart doth know.
How goes the night, boy?
What is that? I've not yet heard the flock.
There's husbandry in heaven. Their candles are all out. Here. Take thee that, too. A heavy summons lies like lead upon me, and yet I would not sleep. Give my sword. Who's there?
A fragment.
What, sir? Not yet at rest? The king's abed. He hath been in unusual pleasure, and sent forth great largesse to your offices. This diamond he greets your wife withal.
Being thus unprepared, our will became the servant to defect, which else should free have wrought.
All's well. I dreamt last night of the 3 weird sisters. To you, they have showed some truth.
I think not of them. Yet, when we can treat an hour to serve, we would spend it in some words upon that business.
At your kindest pleasure.
If you shall cleave to my consent when 'tis, it shall make honor for you.
So I lose none in seeking to augment it.
Good repose the while.
Thanks, sir. The like to you. Lay on.
Go, bid thy mistress, when my drink is ready, she strike upon the bell. Get thee to bed. Is this a dagger which I see before me? The handle toward my hand. Come, let me clutch thee. I have thee not, and yet I see thee still. Art thou not fed with vision, sensible to feeling as to sight? Thou, the dagger of the mind, a false creation stemming from the heat of oppressive brain. I see thee yet, in a form as palpable as this, which now I draw. Thou marshallest me the way that I was going, and such an instrument I was to use. My eyes are made the fools of the other senses, or one, or the rest. I see thee here, and on thy blade and dungeon, gouts of blood, which was not so before. There's no such thing. It is the bloody business that entreats thus to mine eyes. Now, o'er the one half world, nature seems dead. Wicked dreams abuse the curtain's sleep, and witchcraft celebrates pale Hecate's offerings. Thou sure and firm set earth, hear not my steps which way they walk, for fear the very stones prate of my whereabouts. Whilst I threat ye lips, words the heat of deeds too cold breath gives. I go, and it is done. Bell invites me. Fear it not, Duncan, for it is a knell that summons thee to heaven, or to hell.
He is about it. The doors are open, and the serpent grins do mock their charge with snores. I have drugged their apostles. Death and nature do contend about them, whether they live or die. I had the daggers ready. He could not miss them. Had he not resembled my father as he slept, I had done it.
Who's there?
Alack, I am afraid they have awaked, 'tis not done. 'Tis the attempt and not the deed confounds us. Hark! My husband!
I have done the deed. Dost thou not hear a noise?
I heard the owl scream and the crickets cry. Didst you not speak?
Where?
Now.
Dost thou listen? Who lies in the second chamber?
Malcolm.
This is a sorry sight.
A foolish thought to say a sorry sight.
There was one did laugh in his sleep, and one cried murder. As they did wake each other, I stood and held.
What do you mean?
One cried, God bless us, and Amen, the other, as they had seen me with these hangman's hands, listening their fear. I could not say Amen when they did say God bless them.
Who was it that thus cried?
Wherefore could I not pronounce Amen? I was in most need of blessing, and yet Amen stuck in my throat.
Consider it not so deeply. These deeds must not be thought after the ways. It will make us mad.
Methought I heard a voice cry, sleep no more, Macbeth is murder, sleep. The innocent sleep, sleep that knits up the unraveled sleeve of care, chief nourisher in life's feast. Still it cried, sleep no more to all the house. Clowns have murdered sleep, and therefore Cawdor shall sleep no more. Macbeth shall sleep no more.
What a worthy thing to unbend your noble strength, to think so brain sickly of things. Come, get some water, let us wash this filthy witness from your hand. Why did you bring the daggers from the place? They must lie there. Go carry them and smear the sleeping grooms with blood.
I'll go no more. Look upon it again, I dare not.
I'm from a purpose. Sleeping in the dead are but his pictures. 'Tis the eye of childhood that fears a painted devil. If he do bleed, I'll gild the faces of the grooms withal, for it must seem their guilt.
Whence is that knocking? How is it with me whenever a noise appalls me? What hands are here? Do they pluck out my eyes? Lord, great Neptune's ocean, wash this blood clean from my hand. No, this my hand would rather the multitudinous seas in Armadine, making the green one red.
My hands are of your color, but I shame to wear a heart so white. I hear knocking. Retire to our chambers. A little water clears us of the deed. How easy is it then? More knocking. Quickly, put on your nightgown. Be not lost so poorly in your thoughts.
Wait! Knocking! I would thou couldst.
Here's a knocking indeed. If a man would porter a Hell's Gate, he should have old turning the key. Knock, knock, knock. Who's there in the name of Beelzebub? Faith, here's a farmer that hangs himself on the expectation of plenty. Come in time, have napkins and how about ya? Here, no sweat for it. Knock, knock, knock. Who's there in the other devil's name? Faith, here's an equivocator who could swear in both the scales against either scale, who committed treason enough for God's sake, yet could not equivocate his way to heaven. Oh, come in, equivocator! Knock, knock, knock! Who's there? Here's an English tailor come hither for stealing out of a French hose. Come in, tailor, here you may rest your goose. Knock, knock, never is quiet. But what are you? This place is too cold for hell. I'll devil porter it no further. I had thought to let in some of all the professions that go the primrose way to the everlasting bonfire. Anon, anon! I pray you remember the porter.
Was it so late, friend, ere you went to bed, that you do lie so late?
Faith, sir, we were carousing till the second cock. And drink, sir, is a great provoker of three things.
What three things does drink especially provoke?
Marry, sir, nose painting, sleep, and urine. Lechery, sir, it provokes and unprovokes. It provokes the desire, but takes away the performance. Therefore, much drink may be said to be an equivocator with leisure. It makes him and it mars him. It sets him on and takes him off. It persuades him and disheartens him, makes him stand to and not stand to. In conclusion, equivocates him in his sleep and giving him the lie, leaves him.
I believe drink gave thee the lie last night.
I did, sir, in the very throw on me, but I requited him for his lie, and I think being too strong for him. Though he did take up my legs sometime, yet I made a shift to cast him.
Is thy master stirring? Knocking us awake, Tim. Here he comes.
Good morrow, noble sir.
Good morrow. Both.
Is the king stirring, worthy thing?
Not yet.
He did bid me call timely on him. I have almost slipped the hour.
I'll take you to him.
I know this is joyful trouble to you, but yet 'tis one.
In labor we delight in physics pain. There is the door.
I'll make so bold to call, for 'tis my limited service.
Goes the king hence today.
Get up. He departs.
The night has been unruly where we lay. Our chimneys have been blown down, and as they say, lamenting's good idea. Strange screams of death. Some say the earth was feverish and did shake.
'Twas a rough night.
Horror. Tongue nor heart cannot conceive nor name thee.
What's the matter?
Confusion now hath made his masterpiece. Most sacrilegious murder hath broke of the Lord's anointed temple, and stormed thence the life of the building.
The life, what's it you say?
Mean you, his majesty? Do not bid me speak, see and then speak yourselves. Awake! Awake! Ring the alarm bell! Murder and treason! Banquo! Malcolm! Awake! Shake off this downy sleep that's counterfeit! And look on death itself! Up! Up and see the great doom's image! Malcolm! Awake! Ring the bell!
What's the business? Does such a hideous trumpet cost to parley the sleepers of the house? Speak, speak.
Gentle lady, 'tis not for you to hear what I can speak. The repetition in a woman's ear would murder as it fell. Painful, painful. Our royal master's murdered.
What a last woe in our house!
Too cruel anyway. I prithee, dear doth contradict thyself. Say it is not so.
And I but died an hour before this chance. I'd have lived a blessed time. Renown and grace is dead. The well of life is drawn, and the mere lees is left this fall to brag of.
What is amiss?
You are, and do not know it. The fountain, the head, the source of your blood is stopped. The very source of it is stopped.
Your royal father's murdered. I who?
Those in his chamber seem to have done so. Their hands and faces were badged with blood. So were their daggers, which unwipely found upon their pillows. They stared and were distracted. No man's life was to be trusted with them.
Yet I do repent me of my fury that I did kill them.
Wherefore did you so?
Who can be amazed, wise, temperate, and furious, loyal and neutral in a moment? No man.
Here lay Duncan, his silver skin laced with his golden blood. His gashed stars look like a breach in nature for ruin's wasteful entrance. They're the murderers, steeped in the colors of their trade, their daggers unnannily breached with gore. Who could refrain that had a heart to love? And in that heart, courage to make love known.
Help me, hence!
Look to the lady. And when we have our naked frailties hid that suffer in exposure, let us meet and question this most bloody piece of work to know it further. Fears and scruples shake us. In the great hand of God I stand, and thence, against the undivulged pretense, I fight of treasonous malice.
So do I.
So, let us briefly put on manly readiness and meet in the hall together.
Well contented.
Why do I hold my tongue? That they may claim this argument from mine? My tears are not yet through. I will not consort with them. To show an unproud sorrow is an office which the false man does easy. I'll do it. Here, there's daggers in men's smiles. The near in blood, the nearer blood. The murderous shaft that shot has not yet lighted, and my safest way is to avoid thee. So therefore, let me not be dainty of leave taking, but shift a horse and shift away. There's warrant in that theft. It steals itself when there's no mercy left.
By the clock 'tis day, and yet dark night strangles the traveling lamp. Is it night's predominance or the day's shame that darkness does entomb the face of the earth, where living light should kiss it?
'Tis unnatural, even like the deed that's done. And Duncan's horses, a thing most strange and certain, beauteous and swift, the minions of their race broke out from their stalls, flung out contending against obedience, as they would make war with mankind.
'Tis said they ate each other.
They did so, to the amazement of mine eyes that looked upon it.
How goes the world now?
Why, see you not?
Is it known who did this more than bloody deed?
Those that Macbeth hath slain.
Alas the day, what good could they pretend?
They were suborned. Malcolm, the king's son, is fled, which puts upon him suspicion of the deed.
And 'tis like the sovereignty will fall upon Macbeth.
Oh, he's already named, and has gone to Scotland to be invested.
Where's Duncan's body?
Carried to Colmkill, the sacred storehouse of their predecessors and the guardians of their bones. Will you to Scotland?
No, cousin. Will to Fife.
Well, I will thither.
Well, may you see things well done there. Adieu. I saw old Rome sit easier than Anu.
God's benison be with you. And with those that make good of bad, and friends of foes.
I'll drain him dry as hay.
Sleep shall neither night nor day hang upon his pinked house lid. He shall live a man forbid.
Here, our bloody cousin has bestowed himself in England, not confessing his cruel parricide, but filling his hearers with strange invention. But of that tomorrow, where therewithal we shall have cause of state craving us jointly. Here's our chief guest.
If he had been forgotten, would have been a gap in our great feast, and all thing unbecome.
Tonight we hold a solemn supper, sir, and all request your presence.
Let your highness command upon me.
I do this afternoon.
Aye, my good lord.
We would have else desired your voice, which hath been both grave and prosperous in this day's council. But we'll take tomorrow. Let each man be master of his time till 7 at night. To make society the sweeter welcome, we shall keep till supper time alone. Well then, God be with you.
Thou hast it now. King, Corval, Glams, all as the weird women promised. And I fear thou playedst most foully for it. Yet it was said, it shall not stand in thy posterity, that myself should be the root and father of many kings. If there come some truth from them, as upon thee, Macbeth, their speeches shine. Why? By the verities on thee made good, may they not be my oracles as well, and set me up in hope.
Is far, you ride?
As far, my lord, as will build the time twixt this and supper.
Goes Leos with you?
Aye, my good lord.
Fail not our feast.
My lord, I will not.
To be thus is nothing, but to be safely thus. Satan! Away those men, our pleasure.
They are, my lord, without the palace gate.
Bring them before us. Our fears in Banquo stick deep. He chid the sisters when they did first put the name of king upon me, and bade them speak to him. Then, prophet-like, they hailed him, father to a line of kings. Upon my head, they placed a fruitless crown and placed a barren scepter in my craft, thus to be wrenched with an unlineal hand, no son of mine succeeding. If it be so, for Banquo's issue have I filed my mind. For them, the gracious Duncan, have I murdered. But Rancour's, in the vessel of my peace, only for them, in mine, eternal jewel given to the common enemy of man, to make them kings, the seed of Banquo, kings. Who's there? Now go to the door and stay there till we call. Was it not yesterday that we spoke together?
It was, so please, your highness.
Well then, have you considered of my speeches? Know that it was he, in times past, which held you so under fortune, which you had thought had been our innocent self.
You made it known to us.
I did so, and went further, which is now our point of second meeting. You find yourself so predominant in your nature that you can let this go. Are you so gospel to pray for this good man and for his issue, whose heavy hand hath bowed you to the grave and beggared yours forever?
We are men, my liege.
I, in the catalogue, ye go for men. As hounds, greyhounds, mongrels, spaniels, curs, sloughs, water rugs, and demi-wolves are all crept by the name of dog. Now, if you have a station in the fire, not in the worst rank of manhood, say it, and I shall put that business in your bosoms, whose execution takes your enemy off, gravels you to the love and favor of us, who were our health but sickly in his life, were in his death, were perfect.
I am one, my liege, whom the vile blows that befalls the world have so incensed that I am reckless what I do to spite the world.
And I another.
Both of you know Banquo was your enemy.
True, my lord.
So is he mine. And in such bloody distance that every minute of his being thrust against my nearest of life. And though I could, with barefaced power, sweep him from my sight and bid my will about it, yet I must not, for certain friends that are both his and mine, whose loves I must not drop, who but wail his fall that I myself struck down. And thence it is that I to your assistance do make love, masking the business from the common eye for sundry weighty reasons.
We shall, my lord, perform what you command us.
Though our lives...
Your spirit shine through you. Within this hour I shall acquaint you where to plant yourselves, for it must be done tonight, and something from the palace, and to leave no rubs or botches in the work. Flirts, his son, who keeps him company, whose absence is no less material to me than is his father's, must embrace the fate of that dark hour.
The hour is resolved, my lord.
It is concluded. Banquo, thy soul's flight, if it find heaven, must find it out tonight.
How now, my lord? Why do you keep alone, the sorriest fancies your companions making, using those thoughts which should indeed have died, and they think on? Things without remedy should be without regard. What's done is done.
How full of scorpions is my mind. Dear wife, we have scorched the snake, not killed it. She'll close and be herself once our poor Malice lives in danger of her former tooth. But let the frame of things disjoint. Both the worlds suffer, ere we shall eat our meal in fear and sleep in the affliction of the terrible dreams that shake us nightly. Better to be with the dead, whom we to gain our peace have sent to peace, than to stay here in the restlessness of the mind and terrible ecstasy. Duncan is in his grave. After life's fitful fever, he sleeps well. Treason has done its worst. No steel, poison, malice, domestic, foreign levy, nothing can touch him, father.
Gentle, my lord. Sleek over your rugged looks. Be bright and jovial among our guests tonight. You must leave this.
Thou knowest that Banquo and his son, Flails, lives.
They need not our mistrust.
There is comfort yet. They are assailable. Then be thou jocund. Ere the bat hath flown his cloistered flight, ere to black Hecate summons the shard-born beetle with his drowsy hums, have rung night's yawning peal. There shall be done a deed of dreadful note.
What's to be done?
Be innocent of the knowledge, dearest Chuck, till thou applaud the deed. Come, sealing night, scarf up the tender eye of pitiful day, and with thy bloody and invisible hand, cancel and tear to pieces that great bond which keeps me pale. Thou marvelest at my words, but hold thee still. Things bad begun make strong themselves by ill.
Not sad, all spent, where our desire is got, without content. 'Tis better to be that which we destroy, and by destruction dwell in doubtful joy.
But who did bid thee join with us?
Macbeth.
Then stand with us. Alight! Alight!
'Tis he.
There will be rain tonight.
Then let it come down!
Oh, treachery! Fly! Don't fly us! Fly! 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 Thou mayest revenge! Slave!
This was one down. The sun is split.
We have lost best half of our affairs.
Well, let's away and say how much is done.
Get you gone! And at the pit of Acheron, meet me in the morning. Thither he will come to know his destiny. Your vessels and your spells provide your charms and everything beside. He shall spurn faith, scorn death, and bear his wisdom, the grace and fear. For, as we all know, Security is mortal's chiefest enemy!
You know your own degrees. Sit down. At first and last, a hearty welcome.
Thanks to your majesty.
Ourselves will mingle with society and play the humble host. Our hostess keeps her state, but in time we shall acquire her welcome.
Pronounce it for me, sir, to all our friends, for my heart speaks that they are welcome.
See, they encounter thee with their hearts thanks. Both sides are even. Now, be large in mirth. Anon, we'll drink a measure, the table round. There's blood upon their face.
'Tis banquos then.
'Tis better thee without than he within. Is he dispatched?
My lord, his throat is cut. Let him for him.
Thou art the best of the cutthroats. Yet is good. It did the like for fleance. If thou didst it, thou art the non-pareil.
Most royal sir, Leon's escaped.
Then comes my fit again. I had else been perfect, whole as the marble, founded as the rock, and free and general as the casing air. But now I'm cabined, cribbed, confined, bound in with saucy doubts and fears. But Banquo is safe.
Aye, my good lord. Safer did she bide, so with 20 trench gashes on his head, released the deck to nature.
Thanks for that. There the grown serpent lies. The one that's fled will have in time nature venom breed. No teeth for the present. Get you gone. We'll hear ourselves again tomorrow.
My royal lord, you do not get the cheer. 'Twas given with welcome, meeting were bare without it.
Sweet remembering, sir. Now, digestion wait on appetite, and health on both. Here have we now our country's honor, roofed with a grace figure of our Banquo present, whom may I rather challenge for unkindness than pity for mischance.
His absence, sir, lays blame upon his promise.
May it please your Royal Highness sit, grace us with your royal company.
The table's full.
Here's a spot reserved, sir.
Where?
Here, my good lord. What is it that moves you?
Which of you have done this?
What, my good lord?
Thou canst not say I did it. Never shake thy gory locks in me.
Gentlemen, rise. His Highness is unwell.
Sit, worthy friends. My lord is often thus, and hath been from his youth. Upon a thought he will again be well, the fit is momentary. If much you know him, you shall offend him, and extend his passion. Feed, and regard him not. Keep seat, keep seat. Are you a man?
Aye, and a bold one that looked on that which might appall the devil.
Stop, this is the very painting of your fear. This is the air-drawn dagger which you said led you to Duncan, which shape itself why do you make such faces? When all stone you look on a stool.
Look, lo, there, look, behold, a stereo. What care I if thou canst not? Speak to! If graves must send those we bear thee back, our monument shall be the moors of kites.
What unmanned invalid?
If I stand here, I saw him!
For shame!
Times have been, the brains were out, the man would die. And there an end. Now they rise again, with 20 mortal murders on their crowns, and push us from our stools. This is more strange than such a murder is.
My worthy lord,
do not muse at me, my most worthy friends. I have a strange infirmity, which is nothing to those that know me. Come, give me some wine. Fill full. I drink to the general joy of the whole table, and to our dear friend Banquo, whom we miss. Would he were here.
To Banquo.
Banquo. Equip my side! Let the earth hide thee! Thy bones are marrowless, thy blood is cold, there was no speculation in those eyes which thou dost glare with.
Think of this, good friends, as a thing of custom, 'tis no other, only it spoils the pleasure of the time.
What man dare, I dare, approach thou like the rugged Russian bear, the old rhinoceros, the hacking tiger, sick in shape of things, and my front dogs will never tremble. Or be alive again and dare me to the desert with thy sword. If trembling I inhabit then, protest be the baby of a girl. And sorrowful shadow, unreal mockery hate. Why, being gone, I am a man again. Pray you, sit still.
Thou hast broken the good meeting and displaced the most admired disorder.
You make me strange, even to the disposition that I owe, when now I believe you can behold such sights and keep the natural ruby of your cheeks. Well, mine are blanched with fear.
What sights, my lord?
I pray you speak not. My lord grows worse and worse. Question enrages him. At once, good night. Stand not upon the order of your going, but go at once.
Good night, and may better health attend His Majesty.
A kind good night to all.
It will have blood. They say blood will have blood. What is that?
Almost at odds with the morning. Which is which?
I will tomorrow, and betimes I will. To the weird sisters. More shall they speak, for now I am bound to know by the worst means. The worst. I am in blood stepped in so far, should I wait no more. Return were as tedious as go home. Strange thoughts I have in hay, which must to hand ere they be scanned.
You lack the season of all natures. Sleep.
Come, Lucy. My strange self-abuse is the initial fear that wants hard use. We are but young indeed.
My former speeches have but your thoughts, which can interpret further. Only I say things have been strangely born. The gracious Duncan was pitied of Macbeth. Mary, he was dead. And the right valiant Banquo walked too late, to whom you may say, if it please you, Fleance killed or Fleance fled.
Men must not walk so late.
Who could not want the thought of how monstrous it was for Malcolm to kill his gracious father, damned fact? How it did grieve Macbeth. Did he not straight in with pious rage the two delinquent hither with a slave of drink and thrall of sleep? It's not that nobly done.
And wisely, too, for it would have angered any heart alive to hear those men died.
Aye. And he has borne all things well, and I do think that Eddie Duncan stung under his key, as on please heaven. He shall not, he should find what towards to kill a father, so should Fleance, but peace. For from broad words and cause he fled the tyrant's feast. And here Macduff lives in disgrace, sir. Can you tell me where he bestows himself?
The son of Duncan, from whom this tyrant holds the due birth, now lives in the English court, and has received a most pious Edward with such grace that the malevolence of fortune nothing takes which I respect. Thither Macduff is gone to pray of the king, and upon his aid we may again wake warlike sea. And, with the help of these, and God above, to ratify the work, we can give back to our tables meat, sleep back to our nights, free from our feasts and banquets, bloody knives, do faithful homage and receive free honors, all of which we pine for now. And this report hath so exacerbated the king that now he prepares for some attempt of war.
Sent you to Macduff?
Of course he did, and with an absolute sir, not I. The cloudy messenger turns me his back and comes, as who would say, you'll rue the day and the time that clogs me with this answer.
That will might advise him the caution to hold what distance his wisdom can provide. Some holy angel may fly to the court of England, unfold this message ere he come, that a swift blessing may soon return to this our suffering country under a hand accursed.
I'll send my prayers with him.
Round about the cauldron low, in the poisoned entrails throw, toad that under cold stone, days and nights is 31, sweltered venom sleeping got, boil thou first in the charming pot, double, double toil and trouble, Fire burn and cauldron bubble.
Feeling of offensive. In the cauldron boil and bait. Eye of newt and toe of frog. Full of bat and tongue of dog. Adder's fork and blind worm's sting. Lizard's leg and owlet's wing. For a charm of powerful trouble. Like a hell broth boil and bubble.
Double, double, toil and trouble. Fire burn and cauldron bubble.
Scale of dragon, tooth of wolf, witch's mummy, maw and ghost, of the rabbit, salt sea shark, root of hemlock, digging the dog. Silvered in the moon's eclipse, nose of Turk and chartered lips, finger of birth strangled babe, dish delivered by a drab, make the gruel thick and slab. Add thereto a tireless cauldron for the ingredients of our cauldron.
Double, double, toil and trouble. Fire burn and cauldron bubble.
Cool it with the baboon's blood, then the charm is firm and good.
Oh, well done. I commend your pains, and everyone will share in the gains. Now about the cauldron sing, like elves and fairies in a ring, enchanting all that you put in. By the pricking of my thumbs, something wicked this way comes.
How now, you secret, black and midnight hags? What is it you do?
A deed without a name.
I come to you, by that which you profess. However you come to know it.
Say if thou'st rather hear it from our mouths or from our masters.
Answer me to what I ask you.
She knows thy thought. Hear her speak, but say thou not.
Macbeth, Macbeth, Macbeth. Beware the duff, beware the thane of Fife.
Perhaps my fear right, but one word more.
She will not be commanded. Here's another more potent than the first.
Macbeth, Macbeth, Macbeth.
Be bloody, bold, and resolute. Laugh to scorn the power of man, for none a woman born shall harm Macbeth.
That will never be. And live, Macduff. What need I fear of thee? Yet, I'll make a short and double short and take a bond of faith thou shalt not live, that I may tell pale-hearted fear it lies in sleep, in spite of thunder. What is this?
Listen, but speak not.
Lion-mettled, proud, and take no care, who chafes, who frets, or where conspires are. Macbeth shall never vanquished be, until great Arnhem Wood, the high Dunsinane Hill, shall come against him.
Who could be the forest, the tree and fix its earth-bound root, sweet bottomless good? Yet my heart throbs to know one thing. Shall Banquo's issue ever reign in this kingdom?
Seek to know no more!
I shall be satisfied. Deny me this, and an eternal curse fall upon you. Let me know.
Show his eyes and grieve his heart. Come like shadows, so depart.
glaube, dass sehr ein Eyeball. And the second now gold brow is like the first. A third. A fourth one will the line stretch out with a crack of doom. Another yet. Horrible sight. A seventh. Now I see it is true. For the eighth appears, which holds a glass, which reveals to me many more. And the blood-bolted Banquo smiles upon me and points at them for his. What is this, sir?
Aye, sir. All this is so. But why stands Macbeth thus amazedly?
Filthy heart! Where are they? God. Let this pernicious hour stand higher. Cast it in the calendar. Come in. Where are they? So you, the weird sisters.
No, my lord.
Came they not by you?
No, indeed, my lord.
Infected with the air on which they ride. I did hear the galloping of horse. Who was it came by?
'Tis 2 or 3, my lord, that bring word Macduff is fled to England.
Fled to England.
Aye, my good lord.
Time. Thou anticipatest my dread exploits. From this moment, the firstlings of my heart shall be the firstlings of my hand. The castle of Macduff I will surprise. Seize upon fire. Give to the edge of the sword his wife, his babes, and all unfortunate souls that trace him in his line. No more boasting like a fool. This deed I'll do before the purpose cool. But no more sights. Where are these men? Bring me where they are.
What had he done to make him fly to land?
You must have patience, madam.
He had none. His flight was madness. When our actions do not, our fears do make us traitors.
But you know not whether it was his wisdom or his fear.
Wisdom! To leave his wife, to leave his babes, his mansions and his titles in a place from whence himself doth fly. He loves us not. He wants the natural touch. For the poor wren, the most diminutive of birds, will fight her young ones in the nest against the owl. All is the fear, and nothing is the love.
Pray you school yourself.
For your husband, I dare not speak much farther. Cruel are the times when we do not know ourselves, yet hold rumor from what we fear, yet know not what we fear. Floats upon a wild and violent sea each way, and take my leave of you. Things at the worst will cease, or else climb upwards to what they were before. Pretty cousin, blessings be upon you.
Fathered she is, and yet she's fatherless.
My dearest cousin, I do doubt some dangers as approach you nearly. If you will take my advice, be not found here, hence with your little ones. To fright you thus, methinks I am too savage. To do you worse with fell cruelty, which is too nigh your person. I dare abide no longer. Heaven preserve you.
Whither should I fly? I have done no harm.
I am so much the fool that, should I stay longer, it would be my disgrace and your discomfort. I go at once.
Your father's dead. And what will you do now? How will you live?
As birds do, Mother.
What, with worms and flies?
With what I get, I mean, and so do they.
Poor bird! Thou'st never fear the net nor line, the pitfall nor the gin.
Why should I, Mother? Poor birds, they are not set for. My father is not dead, for all you're saying.
Yes, he is dead. And how wilt thou do for a father?
Nay, how will you do for a husband?
Why, I can buy me 20 at any market.
Then you'll buy him to sell again.
Thou speakest of all thy wit, and yet in faith, with wit enough for thee.
Was my father a traitor, Mother?
Aye, that he was.
What is a traitor?
Why, one that swears and lies.
And be all traitors that do so?
Every one that does so is a traitor, and must be hanged.
Must they all be hanged that swear and lie?
Every one.
Who must hang them?
Why, the honest men.
Then the liars and swearers are fools, for there are liars and swearers, and now, to beat the honest men, and to hang them.
Oh, God help thee, poor monkey! But how wilt thou do for a father?
If he were dead, you'll weep for him. If he were not, it were a good sign that I should quickly have a new father.
Oh, poor prattler! How thou talkest. What are these faces?
Where is your husband?
I hope in no place so unsanctified for such as thou mayest find him!
He is a traitor!
Please kill me! Run!
Let us seek out some desolate shade, and there weep our sad bosoms empty.
Let us rather hold fast the mortal sword, and like good men bestride our downfall and birth them. Each new morn, new widows howl, new orphans cry, new sorrows strike heaven on the face, and yelled out as if it felt with Scotland, and rang out like syllable of dollar.
What I believe always, what I know believe, and what I can redress, is I shall find the time to, friend, I live. What else may so perchance? This tyrant, whose name doth blister our tongue, was once thought honest. You have loved him well, and he hath not touched you, and yet wisdom to offer up a poor innocent lamb to appease an angry God.
Bleed, poor country. I am not treacherous.
But Macbeth is. A good and virtuous nature may recoil, but I shall crave your pardon. What you are, my thoughts cannot transpose. Angels are still bright, though the brightest fair, and all things foul would wear the brows of grace. Yet grace must still look so.
Alas, poor country, I have lost my hopes.
Perchance, even where I did find my doubts, why in that walls left you wife and child? Those precious motives, those strong knots of love without leave taking.
Fare thee well, Lord. I would not be the villain that thou thinkst for the entire space that's in the tyrant's grasp, and the rich east to boot.
Oh, be not offended. I speak not in absolute fear of you. I fear our country sinks beneath the yoke. It weeps, it bleeds, and each day a new gash is added to her wounds. But for all this, when I should tread upon that tyrant's hand, wear it from my soul, I fear my country shall have more vices than it did before, more sorrow and sundry away than ever. By him shall that succeed.
What should he be?
It is myself I mean, in whom all the particulars of by so counted can win hope. Black Macbeth should seem as pure as light snow, and the poor estate esteem him a lamb in being compared with my confinement arms.
Not in the legions of horrid hell can come a devil more damning evils to top Macbeth.
Oh, I grant him, son, malicious smacking of every sin that has a name. But there's no bottom none in my voluptuousness that your wives, your daughters, your matrons, and your maids could not feel the sister of my lust. Oh, better Macbeth than such a one to reign.
Boundless intemperance in itself is a tyranny. It hath been the untimely emptying of the happy throne and the fall of many kings. But fear not, as Scotland hath willing dames enough. There cannot be that vulture in you to devour so many that will to greatness dedicate themselves, finding it so inclined.
In this fair crowns my most ill-composed affection, such a staunch avarice that were I king, I should drive the nobles from their land, desire his jewels and his other houses. That I should forge quarrels unjust amongst the good and loyal, destroying them for wealth.
This avarice sticks deeper, grows with more pernicious root than summer singing lust, and hath been the sword of our slain kings. Yet do not fear. Scotland hath poisons to fill up your will, of your mere own. All these are portable with other graces weighed.
But I have not the king becoming graces. Oh, it's justice, temperance, patience, mercy, lowliness, devotion, courage. I have have no rest, but upon the division of each several crime nay, had I power, I should pour the sweet milk of concord into heaven, abroad the universal peace, and confound all the unity on earth.
Scotland! Scotland!
Oh, if such a one be fit to govern, speak!
I am, as I have spoken, fit to govern. No, not to live, a nation miserable with an untitled tyrant, bloody sceptered. When shalt thou see thy wholesome days again? Since that the truest issue of thy throne by his own interdiction stands accursed and does blaspheme his breed. Thy royal father was the most sainted king. The queen that bore thee, oftener upon her knees than on her feet, died every day she lived. Fare thee well, O my breast, thy hope ends here.
This noble passion, this child of integrity, have wiped the black scruples from thy soul, restored thy thoughts to thy good truth and honor. Devilish Macbeth by many trains had sought to win me into his power, but modest wisdom blocks me from over-credulous haste. So God above, deal between thee and me. The taints and blames I laid upon myself are strangers to my nature. I am unknown to woman, and scarcely have coveted what was mine own. My first false speakings upon myself, what I am truly, is thine in my poor countries to command, and hereby approach old seaward, and 10,000 warlike men already waiting at a point. And now, we'll together, and the chance of our goodness be like our warranted quarrel. But why are you silent?
Such welcome and unwelcome things at once. It is hard to reconcile. I have a gentle cousin, welcome hither.
Good God, but time remove the means that make us strangers.
Stand Scotland where it did.
Alas, for the country, we cannot be called on other, but our graves, where violent sorrows seem a modern ecstasy. The dead man's knowledge scarcely asks for whom, and good men's lives expire for flowers in their caps. Dying, or are they sickened?
A relation too nice and yet too true.
What's the newest grief? That of an hour's age of his the speaker. Each minute teems a new one.
How does my wife?
Why well.
And all my children.
Well too.
The tyrant has not battered at their peace.
Now is the time of help. Your eye in Scotland would create soldiers. It would make our women fight to doff their dire distresses and give their comfort.
We are coming thither. Gracious England had lent us good seaward and 10,000 warlike men.
I wish I could answer this comfort with the like. But I have words that should be howled in the desert where hearing should not latch them.
What concern they? If it be mine, keep it not from me. Quickly, let me have it!
Let not your ears despise my tongue forever, which shall possess them with the heaviest sound that ever yet they heard.
I guess I did.
Your castle is surprised. Your wife and babes savagely slaughtered. To lay the manor on the quarry of these murdered deer would be to add the death of you.
Merciful heaven. All my children.
Wife, children, servants. All that could be found.
And I must be from this. My wife killed too.
I have said.
Be comforted. Let us make medicines of our great revenge to cure this deadly grief.
He has no children! Oh, my pretty ones. Did you say all? Hellkite all? Why, all my pretty chickens in the dam, and one fell swoop!
Dispute it as a man.
I shall do so. But I must also feel it as a man. I cannot remember when such things were that were most precious to me. Did heaven look on and would not take them apart?
Be this the whetstone of your soul. Let grief convert to anger. Blunt not the heart, but enrage it!
So I can play the woman with my eyes and braggart with my tongue. But gentle heavens, cut short all intermission, front to front. Bring down this fiend of Scotland and myself within my sword's length setting. If he escape, heaven forgive him too.
This too goes manly. Our power is ready, and our work is nothing but a leaf, and Macbeth is ripe for shaking, and the powers above put on their instruments. So receive what joy you may. The night is long, that never sees the day!
Oh, you take the high road, and I'll take the low, and I'll be in Scotland for thee, with thee and my children.
I have 2 nights watched with you, but can perceive no truth in your report. When was it she last walked?
Since His Majesty went into the field, I've seen her rise from her bed, throw her nightgown upon her, unlock her closet, take forth paper, fold it, write upon it, read it, afterwards seal it, and return again to bed. And yet all this while in a most fast sleep.
Great perturbation in nature. In this slumbery agitation, besides her walking and other actual performances, what at any time have you heard her say?
That, sir, which I will not report after her.
You may to me, and since most meet you should.
Neither to you nor anyone, having no witness to confirm my speech. Lo, you, here she comes. Observe her stand close.
Her eyes are open.
Aye, but their senses short.
Look how she rubs her hands.
It is an accustomed action with her to seem thus washing her hands. I have nowhere to continue in this quarter of an hour.
You choose a spot.
Fuck, she speaks.
Out. Down the spot. And I say, 1, 2, 1. 'Tis time to do it. Hell is murky. Find me, Lord. Find a soldier in the field. What need we fear, who knows it, when none can call our power to account? Yet who would have thought the old man had so much fun in him?
Do you mark that?
The pain of life, the white was. Where is she now? Will these hands never be clean? No more of that, my lord. No more, you mob, all this starting.
No, you should not.
She is good, but she should not. Of that I'm certain. Heaven knows what she is knowing.
Is the smell of the blood still?
Well.
Put on your knife. Wash your hands. Look you, not so pale. I tell you, Banquo's buried. He cannot come out of his grave.
Even so. What a sigh is there. The heart is sorely charged. Will she go down to bed?
Directly.
Foul whisperings are abroad. Unnatural deeds do breed unnatural troubles. Infected minds to their dead pillows will discharge their secrets. More needs she, the divine, than the physician. God forgive us all. Now look after her. My mind she is mated, and amaze my sight. I think, I dare not speak. So, good night.
Good night, good doctor.
Bring me no more reports. Let them fly, all. Urbana wood removes the denser name. I cannot take with fear. What's the boy? Mac. Was he not born of woman? The spirits that know all mortal consequence have pronounced me thus. Fear not, Macbeth. No man as born of woman shall e'er have power upon thee. The mind I sway by, and the heart I bear, shall never sag with doubt, nor shake with fear. Thou cream-faced loon, where dost thou that goose look?
There's 10,000!
Geese?
Soldiers, sir!
Go break thy face and await thy fear. What soldiers patch? Death of thy soul, those linen cheeks of thine, that counsellors to fear. What soldiers, wave face?
The English force! So please you.
Take thy face hence. mistaken. I am sick at heart when I behold such Satan, I say! This push shall cheer me ever, or deceive me not. I have lived long enough. My way of life is fallen into the seer, the yellow leaf, and that which should accompany old age has honor, love, obedience, troops of friends. I must not look to have, but in their stead, curses, not loud but deep, mouth honor, breath, which the faint heart would fain deny, and swear not. Satan!
What is your gracious pleasure?
I shall fight from my bones, my flesh, the act. Fetch me mine armor.
'Tis not needed yet.
I'll put it on! Fetch me mine armor. How does your patient? Go.
Not so sick, my lord, as she's troubled with the coming fancies that keep her from her rest.
Cure her of that. Canst thou not minister to a mind diseased?
They are in the patient must minister to himself.
Throw physic to the dogs. I am none of it. If thou couldst, doctor, cast the water of my land, find her disease, and purge it to a sound and pristine health, and I would applaud thee to the very echo that should applaud again. What targeted drug would scour these English hanks? Hearest thou of them?
Aye, my good lord, your royal preparation makes us hear something.
Bring it after me. I shall not be afeard of death and pain, till Burnham would become to dance a name.
Were I from Dunsinane, away clear, prophet again, should hardly draw me here.
How does the tyrant?
Great Dunsinane strongly fortified. Some say he's mad as the lesser hate him. To call it valiant fury, but for certain, he cannot buckle his distempered cause under his belt of rule.
Now does he feel his secret murder sticking upon his hands. Now does his title hang loose about him, like a giant's robe upon a dwarvish thief.
Well, Martin.
What is this before us?
The wood of Burnham.
Let every soldier hew him down a bough and bear it before him. Thereby shall be shadowed the number of our host, and make discovery ere and report us.
It shall be done.
the cry is still there come. Our castle strife will laugh a siege to scorn. Here let them lie, till famine in the ague eat them up. Were they not forced with those that should be ours, we would have met them down, beard to beard, and beat them backward home. What was that noise?
It was the cry of women, my good lord.
The time had been when my senses would have cooled to hear the night shriek. And my fellow hair would that a dying treatise stir and rouse as though life were in it. I have sat full of horrors, diamonds familiar to my slaughterous thoughts, cannot at once stop me. Wherefore was that cry?
The Queen, my lord, is dead.
She should have died hereafter. There would have been a time for such a work. Tomorrow, and tomorrow, and tomorrow creeps in this petty pace from day to day to the last syllable of the quartered time. And all our yesterdays have lighted fools the way to dusty death. Out, brief candle. Life's but a walking shadow. A poor player who struts and frets his hour upon the stage. And then is heard no more. It is a tale told by an idiot, full of sound and fury, signifying nothing. Now comes to you as I tongue that story quickly.
Gracious my lord, I should report that which I say I saw, but I know not how to do it.
Well, say, sir.
As I did stand my watch upon the hill, I looked toward Burnham, and anon methought the wood began to move.
Liar! Unslave!
Let me endure your wrath, but not so. I say a moving grove.
If thou speaks false, upon the next tree shalt thou hang, alive, to famine killing thee! If thy speech be sooth, I care not if thou dost for me as much. I'm all in resolution, and begin to doubt the equivocation of the fiend that lies like truth. Fear not, to burn wood become to Dunsinane, and now a wood comes towards Dunsinane. And art! There is no flying hence, nor tarrying here. I begin to be weary of the sun, and wish now the estate of the world were now undone. We'll die with harness on our back.
Now, near enough, your lazy fleas go down and so like those you are.
This way, my lord. The castle is gently rendered. The tyrant's people on both sides do fight. The noble thanes do bravely in the war. The day, almost itself, professes yours, and little is to be done.
We have met with the foes that strike beside us.
Enter, sir, the castle.
The time approaches. Let will with due decision make us know that which we say we have and what we owe. Thoughts speculative, their unsure hopes relate, but certain issue strokes must arbitrate. Drawn, which advance the war!
Let me find him, fortune! Tyrant, show thy face! I cannot strike at wretched currents that are hired to bear their staves. If thou beest slain, and with no stroke of mine, my wife and children's ghosts will haunt me still!
They have tied me to the stake. I cannot fly. But bear-like I must fight the cause. Was he that was not born of woman? Such a one am I to fear, or none.
What is thy name?
Don't be afraid to hear it.
No, there's a costliness of a hot name in any in hell.
My name's MACBETH.
The devil himself could not pronounce a title more hateful to mine ear.
No more fearful.
Thou liest, the bold tyrant! Come on, you bastard!
God was born of woman. But swords are smiling. Weapons laugh to scorn, brandished by a man that of a woman born.
Turn, hellhound, turn!
And have avoided thee. But get it back. My soul is too much charged with blood of thine already.
I have no words. My voice is in my soul!
Let fall that blade of fire. I bear the charming life which must not yield to one woman born.
Spare thy charm. Let the devil whom thou still hast served tell thee, Macduff was from his mother's womb untimely ripped!
The person who the tongue that tells me so. For the cow my better part of man. And be these juggling fiends no more believed. All to with her in a double sense. And rise the word of promise to our ear and break it to our hope. I will not fight with thee.
And you, thee, coward, and live to be the showing days of the time. We'll have thee as the rarer monsters are, painted on a pole, under it, here, may you see, a tyrant.
I will not yield to kiss the ground at his young master's feet, and to be baited around his calf. Go, garden wood, did come to consummate, and thou be no woman born. Yet I will try to last. Very off, Macduff. And then we hear the first cries. Oh, get
So great a day as this is chiefly bought.
My noble son is missing.
Your son has paid a soldier's debt.
Then he is dead?
And carried off to the battlefield. Let not your sorrow be measured by his word, but then it hath no end. He died a noble man's death.
Why then, God's soldier be he. Had I as many sons as I have heirs, I would not wish them a fairer death. And so is Nell, it is noble.
He's worth more, son, and that I'll spend for. Hail, King! So thou art. Here may you see where lies the usurper's cursed head.
The time is free. Hail, Malcolm, King of Scotland!
Hail, Malcolm, King of Scotland!
We will not waste a great deal of time here, and will not hesitate to make us equal to our own. My thanes and kinsmen, henceforth be earls, the first that ever Scotland in such an honor. What's more to do that would be newly planted with the time is calling home our exiled friends abroad, who fled the snares of watchful tyranny, producing forth the cruel ministers of this dead butcher and his fiend-like queenhood. His thoughtless and violent hands took off her life. This, and what painful else that calls upon us by the grace of grace, we shall live in measure, time, and place. So thanks to all at once, and to each one who we invite to see us crowned in stone!
All hail, King Malcolm!
All
hail, King Malcolm!
The charms wound up.